Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
On the national news this hour from BGI Television, first the headlines. Tinubu suspends Nsipa boss Halima Shehu. After Speaker loyal to him resigned, Governor Fubara addresses possibility of quitting. It's time for Nigerians to arm themselves with more sophisticated weapons. Middlebelt firm counters course. Lagos resident arrests cultist on his way for vengeance. On sports, fresh injury blow threatens Super Eagles ahead of AFCON kickoff. I am Morire Rebila Lawal, the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the suspension of Halima Shehu as the Chief Executive Officer and the National Coordinator of the National Social Investment Program Agency. According to information, the President approved Shehu's suspension with immediate effect and ordered her replacement. Also, information says that Shehu was appointed by President Tinubu in October 2023 and her appointment was confirmed by the Senate on October 18, 2023. Shehu worked as the National Coordinator of the Conditional Cash Transfer Program, where she used her banking and career expertise to see the digitalization of the program. The former banker worked at the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development from 2017 to 2022. Shehu was born in Kaifindagi, village Katsina State. Shehu had her full school living certificate and attended the Federal Government College, Kaduna State, for her secondary school education, where she obtained her West African Examination Certificate. After her education, she completed the mandatory National Youth Service Corps at the AFRI Project Consortium under the Petroleum Trust Fund. After the NYSC, Shehu began a 10-year banking career, during which she worked at a former Intercity Bank before proceeding to Unity and Access Banks. Shehu is a well-trained professional in financial transactions as she worked as the head of several banking units, including the cash, fund transfer, clearing, reconciliation, operations, and coordination units across all three banks with experience. Barely 24 hours after Edison Ehi, the House of Assembly Speaker loyal to him resigned, the River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has assured that no amount of political crisis can truncate the tenure of his administration. As reported, Fubara assured that he is not pretentious about his commitment to providing quality leadership. He said those fighting his administration want to dampen the spirit of Rivers people and forcefully truncate the peace and pace of development, but have failed. Fubara assures Rivers residents of development. He encouraged Rivers people not to be disheartened over the ongoing crisis because nothing will stop him from steering the affairs of the state successfully. Governor Fubara made this known while speaking at the crossover church service at St. Paul's Archdeaconry Parish in Okwobo Town on 2024 New Year Eve in Okwobo, Onkoro, local government area. We are the winners because we're still singing and signing the red with Bible. Governor Fubara emphasized that nothing will stop his administration from getting to its destination because its foundation is laid solidly in God, who only will give him the grace to complete the process of building. The governor, who said that there is already a designed development agenda and level of progress determined for River State in 2024, stressed that he will not relent in working for the good of the state. Fubara expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for the fatherly role he played when he intervened to assist in the process of restoring peace in River State. The Middle Belt Forum, MBF, has challenged the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, over his remark that Nigerians should not be allowed to carry arms despite the rising attacks in the country. Lagbaja had said during an interview that self-defense under the guise of recent attacks on communities in Plateau State amount to anarchy. But in a statement released on Monday, the Middle Belt Forum argued that the directive from COAS was not in overall interest of the people. National President of the MBF, Beatrice Bogo, Doctor, insisted that it is time for Nigerians to carry higher grades of arms to defend themselves against terrorists and criminals. He said any order restraining Nigerians from carrying arms to defend themselves while marauding kill with sophisticated weapons would amount to conspiracy against the people. 23-year-old Rafiu Odemi was at the weekend arrested by some resident of an estate named Hotel in Lagos when he and his fellow suspected cultists stormed the estate to avenge an earlier attack on their members by a rival cult group. It was learned that the residents came out in their numbers when they noticed the presence of some strange faces in their estate. The residents rose up to ward off any attack on anyone when they discovered that the armed young men were in their estate to carry out an attack on a yet-to-be-identified person. The brave resident, according to some witnesses, succeeded in apprehending Rafiu with his firearm while the rest escaped the arrest. Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer Benjamin Udain confirmed the attack on his X-page. Udain, who commended the residents of the state for not taking laws into their hands, said the resident, whom he described as law-abiding, promptly handed over the suspect to the police. They said efforts were on to arrest other fleeing members of the gang and that the full weight of the law would be brought to bear on the suspects. Two young children, Amirat Adeniji and Khadijat, are being reported missing in the Ajegule area of Lagos State, causing panic in the state on New Year's Day Eve. While the whereabouts of the kids are still unknown, the family suspect that they might have been kidnapped. Speaking with journalists on Monday, Amirat's father, Rashid Adeniji, said the children disappeared on New Year's Eve from home on Mobile Road, Ajegule, Apapa, Lagos. According to him, the last person to see them was an unidentified resident who learned that they were going to buy biscuits, but they never returned. My wife, she did not know who gave them the money to buy biscuits. I don't understand. We haven't seen them since then. One of them is the child of my neighbor. She's just going to be 2 years. I'm appealing to Nigerians who may know the children's whereabouts to please come to our aid. They were probably kidnapped. He added, we have not seen them. We have been to several police stations. Reacting, Adeniji's brother, Lukman, said he heard another boy went missing in the same area on Monday after the two children were missing. When contacted, the divisional police officer at Amokoko, in the area where the incident was reported, Bawa Malik, reportedly said he would work with other stations on the matter. Finally, on sports, the Super Eagles' hopes for a successful 2023 AFCON campaign have been dealt a heavy blow with the news that Wilfred Ndidi has joined Kelechi Iheanacho on the injury list. Both players are currently not a knot that could potentially rule them out of the tournament. Ndidi, Leicester City midfield maestro, missed the Foxes' 4-1 victory over Huddersfield on New Year's Day due to an undisclosed injury sustained after their win at Cardiff last week. Manager Enzo Maresca confirmed the injury and raised doubts about his availability for AFCON. He is still due to join up with Nigeria this week. Maresca was quoted as saying by Leicester City Mercury, but there is no guarantee he will be fit enough to play. This situation is not any better with Iheanacho, who has missed Leicester City 2 matches. The double blow comes as a major setback for the Super Eagles, who are aiming for their 4th AFCON title in Ivory Coast next year, January. The spate of injuries cast a shadow over their already challenging task. According to the frustration, is a decision by the coach Josip Pesel to select a 25-man squad for the tournament when he could have opted for a maximum of 27 players. This decision, criticized by some as counterproductive, leaves the team with less room for maneuver in the face of injuries. That's the length of the national news this hour. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu suspends Nsipa boss Halima Shehu. After Speaker loyal to him resigned, Governor Fubara addresses possibility of quitting. It's time for Nigeria to arm themselves with more sophisticated weapons. Middle Belt Forum counters course. Lagos residents arrest cultists on his way for vengeance. On sport, fresh injury blow threatening Super Eagles ahead of AFCON kickoff. For update of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Bagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiya Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. May 2024 be a prosperous year for every one of us. I am Morire Rebila Lawal.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.